Alright guys, that time of year again. Figured I'd go ahead and throw a second video on the cab. Some modifications I made to this. The other night, we haven't had really a lot of snow to plow, but the other night it got extremely cold again. Probably down under zero. It was pretty cold. If you don't have a cab on a tractor, I'm telling you, you can find these cabs pretty reasonable now. Found them on Craigslist, decently priced now since the 430s are getting older, but man, what a difference it makes. I will never ever plow snow without a cab ever again now having one. A few of the modifications I'm going to go over real quick that I did to this is right here, as you can see, the foam on the doors. It comes with this stock, but this here was always a big gap, and wind would come, hit the back of this cab and come in here. I forget where I got this. 3/4 by 1/2 inch thick, this weather strip sealant, Duck brand. It was like $3 for that, and one roll 10 foot you'll have excess over. But when you close that door now, I mean, you can see the gap that made. A couple other things I did, if I can dig it out here. Inside the fronts of these, I packed foam, and that just comes right out. And the reason is, you can see air, snow, especially if a snow blower or something. I just pretty much tried to seal any crack of this damn thing I could. Another spot that has a lot of wind is right down here that comes under your legs. I got this heavy duty cardboard here, and my dad made these for his, that they cuts around this and you just tape them right there underneath there, and that blocks a lot of wind. Another modification I made was this skirting. That I went to a upholstery shop, and they had the same canvas, or this stuff like the doors are made out of, and I just got a piece they had almost like scrap, and it just velcros right on there, and then that's all exposed. That's just sticky velcro. I had self-adhesive velcro on both of these, but it didn't work out so well on the fabric, so I had to go get some and had it sewed on there. Nice thing with this is, a lot of times I put the cab on in the fall ahead of time, so I leave all this fabric and stuff off, and I can still get wind and air through there. Besides really filling all the cracks in, I went ahead and mounted all my lights. I've done videos on them before. Them are 5500 lumen lights, and that one's not as bright, but I put a backup light on it also. The reason I didn't go with the light bar, I went with the lights, is I got my spots on the tractor that'll really get out there. It's nice because with having this one here that aims further out, and then I got that one that aims more down on the plow, so instead of focusing all my light in one area, I can really spread my light out however I want. Grab a quick seat in here. Now, I showed this a little bit on the first cab video I did, but keeping the wind off you, and you can see how good I got this sealed up now. I tell you what, you don't even need a stocking cap in the winter when you're out here. It's just keeping that wind off makes a big deal. Right here I took some PVC, like a junction box for a conduit. Yeah, it looks like it's probably 3/4 inch. And this unscrews. I just drilled my holes and put you could fit 6 switches in there. I just went 4. Got it hooked up, and I don't know if the first video I really went into detail, but that's my overhead lights. That's my rear work light on the back. That's my blinking light on top, and then that's my wiper. So I just hardwired it. The reason I did all this is, when you got gloves on and stuff in the winter, and I want to reach up, instead of touching this little teeny tiny wiper switch, you know, I can just hitting a big toggle switch for me. Just everything's neat. All my wiring I did on this. This is all permanent, but each cab section here has a rocket connector. So I just unhook these, and then each part of this cab comes off in a section, and you don't have to worry about, you know, when you disassemble and having all your wires. All these lights just unplug just like that, and then I can unbolt them from the top. And my blinking light on top, I can use any kind of blinking light. It's just a 12 volt like receptacle, and that's also just hardwired in. So that's pretty much modifications I've done to the 430 cab. Not a lot, but like I said, any kind of crack or seal, you can see my foam up there. I mean, you get wind to come in here and hit you in the face, and anything that you can do to help keep the wind off you is a plus. So like I said, with my lights, got my switches, and pretty easy to flip them on and off. Like I said, that's just another little overview of the cab and some little modifications you can do. And anyone that hasn't used a cab or have one, or if you have the option to buy one at a decent price, like I said, I really suggest it. I wish I would have bought one of these for this tractor way long ago, but just figured I'd go ahead and share this. Thanks.